Alright, and now the moment I hope you guys are waiting for our year-end list, right? So,
Right.
I will kick things off with some music stuff, and then eventually we're gonna get into TV, and then of course best and worst movies of the year. So just gonna run through quickly my top 10 hip hop albums, favorite hip hop albums, sorry, of 2019. Before I get to that, sorry, just some honorable mentions, right? We have let's call out artists and albums, right? Just album titles. So we have Blue and Ono, a long red hot Los Angeles summer night, best title ever. This essentially was Blue, who is a West Coast artist, teaming up with Ono, who is Madlib's. We'll get to Madlib later. Madlib's older brother, Ono. And it's just basically like this tribute to just West Coast G Funk gangster rap. And it's this narrative about this character just getting involved in shit and just drama ensues and all kind of crazy shit. Next off, we have West Side Gun representing Griselda Records with Hitler Wears Hermes 7. No, this is not his best work, I know this, but I kind of keep it lit to the whole Griselda thing. But I have been digging their style for now, just this really grimy, gritty, gnashity, just punch a man in the face kind of, boom bap, East Coast hip hop, we that they've been doing here. And this one here was just dark, it was cold, it was real in your face there. But yeah, we solid effort from West Side Gun. Also, we had a couple of, well, how to say, just, I don't want to say comeback albums, but more like farewell albums in a sense. So yeah, believe it or not, The Game
Right.
actually had his final album this year called Born to Rap. Yes, it was long, it was roughly like about 80 minutes, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought that the beat selection was great, lyrics were great, and he just really proved once again why he should be regarded as one of the best West Coast MCs like in the game right now. Speaking of West Coast, we had YG with For Real For Real. This was kind of like his tribute to the deceased Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. But in this case here, he just kind of refined his sound. You know what I mean? He didn't have too much DJ Mustard influences over this. Yeah, both of them used to work together on a lot of music. But this one here, he just kept it to the streets. He kept it pure, unfiltered West Coast shit, and I really dug that. Also representing that feeling, this is a independent record label over in Atlanta. I've been doing a couple of reviews for them through Instagram, you know what I mean? So shout out to them. Two albums that they brought out actually. This is a compilation album called Go Get It 2 or GGI 2. Really great project from just pretty much just introducing everyone that's in that camp. And then, well, the leader himself, MRKS, MRKSX, so you could call it Mr. Socks or Mark Socks, or everyone to call him, called El Brick Road. This was really good as well. Some great, rapping and storytelling and whatnot, very introspective. Also, some old school, artists came back as well too. We had Bun B and Static Selector teaming up on a project called Trill Static. This was actually recorded over, I believe, either a 12 or 18 hour, I can't remember the amount, live stream. Like they literally had a
Right.
live stream of them doing this record, and it's actually up on, on YouTube right now. You should check it out. It's really dope. Also, another group that I would have never expected in a million years would have come back, Gangsta. The main reason being is that, well, Guru, the lead vocalist in the group, well, he died back in the 2000s. And what DJ Premier did is that he made some beats. They got some unreleased lyrics, and the beats just complement Guru's vocals so well, and it's just like the perfect tribute, the perfect send off to such an underrated MC like Guru, right? Also, we had Aesop Rock, one of the most underrated MCs in the game, especially with his very intricate, very layered wordplay. He teamed up with a producer by the name of Tobacco. They had an album called Malibu Ken, has one of the weirdest album covers you'll see all year. But what I dug do is just the kind of 80s aesthetic, sorry. And just them kind of just showing the dark side of like that sort of 80s America. Like, oh, America's great, but we're going to show you the dark side of it. Not just with the vocals, but through the 80s synth heavy, beats, right? And last but not least, another old school band that came back. I say band, right? But old school group, Black Moon. You know what I mean? One of my favorite groups from the 90s came back with an album called Rise of the Moon, right? This was great. It was just basically Buckshot, Evil D, and 5 Foot coming back and just kind of doing what they do best. You know what I mean? Just this grimy East Coast hip hop. But at the same time, they kind of update this style just slightly. You know what I mean? Not too much, but just to enough where it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? If you're an old school fan of the group, you'll love it. If you're a new school, you'll be like, yeah, this is cool, and now I need to check out their other stuff. So those were my honorable mentions, right? So now we're gonna jump into my top 10 hip hop albums of 2019 one time. Kicking things off, we have a British artist, and she's one of three female artists that I have here on this list here. Her name is Lil Simz. This is her third album called Grey Area, and this is my introduction into her as well. I dug the beats, how wild and creative they were. They were very playful, but they fit the tone of where she was going with, and lyrically, yeah, she is top notch. She is one of the best female lyricists I've heard in quite some time, actually. And just the mere fact that she's from England is like, okay, cool, yeah. I mean, because England has some great MCs out there, right? Believe it or not. And yeah, she is one of them. So I have her at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Quelly Chris, who is a guy that I was kind of lukewarm on at first, but then the more I started dig into his style, I was like, all right, cool, I fuck with his music, right? He had an album this year called Guns, which is really good. What Doug do is his production, kind of weird production that he has, very jazzy as well too, but very offbeat, and it perfectly matches his style as well too. He has this sort of eccentricity in the way how he raps his rhyme schemes and whatnot. But what I dug here, like the title suggests, it is primarily about guns and gun control in the States, but he kind of goes a little bit deeper and talks about his life, now that he's married to, fellow MC Jean Grey, who had a project last year, which was phenomenal. I actually had him on a top 10 list. But this one here, he got a little bit deeper, a little bit more introspective here, especially with the final track, Will You Remember Me, which is probably one of my favorite songs from Quelly Chris ever. It's really powerful way to end that album off. Number 8, artist that I've never actually heard of, but I was really glad to hear this artist here. Her name is Sampa the Great, right? She represents Australia. She has African and she was born in Africa actually, but she moved to Australia and she put out a project called The Return. I believe this is her second album, if I'm not mistaken, or second project. But this one here, just like Lil Simz, she was very creative. You could tell she's a great lyricist. She had fun on the mic, but she just incorporated so much different sounds. Not just from Africa, but also from the Caribbean. She incorporated a lot of hip hop, a lot of jazz, and just different musical genres into this one project, and it was just beautiful to listen to. Just a phenomenal album from start to end. Number 7, we have West Coast experimental hip hop group Clipping, which is probably their best album to date right now, called There Existed an Addiction to Blood. I've always been a fan of the group, right? And the leader of the group, David Diggs, he was in one of our favorite movies. Our favorite movie of 2018, being Blind Spotting, right? So we always knew him to be a great lyricist. But when it came to just like concepts, right? We always knew that he could come through well with that. It's not an easy listen, right? And to be honest, I only listened to this album once, but God, this shit really stuck with me, man. Yeah, I will be going back to this very soon, but this was a powerful album for me. Number 6, we have another old school group, Onyx. I don't know if you remember Onyx.
Yeah.
You should remember Onyx. I mean, Onyx is his shit, right?
Yeah.
They teamed up once again with German production team Snow Goons, and they had an album called Snowmads, right? This was just right up their alley. I mean, Snow Goons always came through with the boom bap stuff. They are like the few production team, one of the few production teams who actually sticks to that aesthetic, right? They pretty much had a little variety to the beat. It wasn't just boom bap for the sake of it. There was some variety to what was going on. But Onyx just came through with that, punch your face kind of vibe. It was very confrontational, very in your face. And I mean, these cats are like in their 40s right now, and they still killing the thread. Coming in at number 5, we have MC who made it to my list last year, Denzel Curry, representing Miami, Florida. He had an album called Zoo. I want to talk about this one here. Like, it's short, it's simple, it's to the point. It's these sort of like Miami tributes, basically very party oriented music. What I dug do is that it harkens back basically to just 90s hip hop, mainly like hardcore hip hop. Very sleazy, very grimy at the same time. But it was just that sort of updated aesthetic that I really dug do. So I'd not say this is like a feel good project or anything like that, but this is more like, okay, like the next project is coming very soon, and in the meantime, I'm gonna give you guys this. But this just had so much bangers, so much great cuts in this, and yeah, I totally dug this one here. Number 4 is a tie here, and when I say the two titles, you'll understand why. So at number 4, we have two albums which technically are hip hop albums, but at the same time they aren't at the same time because they incorporate so much other genres, meaning like pop and R&B. So at number four, I have Tyler the Creator, Ego, and I have Lizzo, Cause I Love You. Yes, Lizzo came true this year because I Love You. This was my 2019 was my introduction to Lizzo because I saw her performance actually at Coachella. I was blown away by it. I was like, oh, who's this tick girl with this flute and whatnot? And she just came, shut shit down, killed it, great songs. And then I listened to the album. I was like, yeah, she's the truth, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, she has blown up ever since. You know what I mean? Getting Grammy nomination after Grammy nomination and whatnot. Everybody loved Truth Hurts. Although I find have other great cuts on the album, but that's just me. But similar to Cause I Love You, Tyler the Creator's Ego just came through with just a different album. You know what I mean? It was something that, like, none of us, nobody going into this expected what we got here. I just mainly like this sort of poppy R&B-ish sort of, look at, well, unrequited love, right? Just basically someone who is in love with someone else, and then, well, that someone kind of breaks his heart and whatnot. So, yes, essentially, it's a breakup album, but, I mean, given Tyler's, discography, that's the last thing you'd expect from him. He just came through with a near masterpiece, in my opinion. Just so well produced, the ideas that he came into it, I wouldn't say it's perfect, just mainly just because it's another album I'll go back to in a hurry, right? Just because it's subject matter. But, yeah, I mean, it was just so ambitious and so well done. Many people call it album of the year. I don't really think so, but it is a near masterpiece in my opinion. Number three, a comeback I didn't see coming a mile away. Little Brother, representing North Carolina, they came through, came back again with May the Lord Watch. And when I say came back, this would be Fonte and rapper Big Pooh. Ninth Wonder, right? The great Ninth Wonder, who is working right now with artists like Rhapsody and whatnot. Unfortunately, he did not contribute anything to the album. He didn't do any production on this. And I mean, the other two members, they seem to be cool with it. It's not like they hold any animosity over it. But yeah, I mean, they have split up years ago. Well, Ninth Wonder split up to do his own thing. And they kind of seem to be like, it's fine, right? We're going to keep that little brother banner, flying high and whatnot. And that's exactly what they did here. Fonte brought his R&B isms into it, especially with the hooks. And, rapper Big Pooh came through and proved once again that, yeah, he is still a very, great, still a great rapper in my opinion. And he just came through with these feel-good sort of alternate rap, sort of jazzy rap kind of vibe thing going on. And just the vibe of it, I really dug it. And if you were a fan of the Minstrel Show, which to me is their masterpiece, right, the holy grail of the discography, it follows directly from that point. So just be the characters that you remember, characters that you love from that album coming back and you're just seeing how their lives were. And they do it in this really, really comical but very heartfelt kind of way. So really love May the Lord Watch. Number two, we have, well, kind of selling myself out there. So the last two here, these are basically artists and producer teams working together, right? So number two, we have the legendary Pete Rock representing, East Coast, and another MC from New York, basically Sky Zoo, teaming up for the first time ever on the album Retropolitan. This, from first listen, I was like, yeah, this is top 5 for me. But the more I dug into it, I was like, yeah, this had to be like in my top 3 for sure. But I really, really dug this. Here, this was basically Sky Zoo doing what he does best, showing love to New York, showing love to Brooklyn, and you just have a legend like Pete Rock behind the boards, just doing what he does best, and it was just a sonic marriage made in heaven. I really, really love this album. And number one now, we have, and once again, this from first listen, in this case, first listen, I was like, yeah, this is album of the year, no denying. Freddie Gibbs, Madlib, Bandana. Was there any other album this year that could have made it to my number one? Probably, but now, from first listen, I was like, yeah, this is it. They coming through with the beats. I mean, well, Madlib coming with these really creative beats, half man, half mean, half cocaine, cataracts. Gianni's just so much great music in this too. And Freddie Gibbs just coming once again, just proving why he's one of the best in the game right now, Dread. What I dug about the album as a whole is how mature it is compared to Pinata. You know what I mean? Like, we were all expecting a Pinata 2. And the way we got that, but I'll admit, yes, Pinata is better than this. But with Bandana, I would argue that, it was much more mature. Freddie Gibbs had a new look at life, you know what I mean? Now he has a daughter, he went through all this shit, all these shenanigans and whatnot. And it's just that mature outlook that really makes this album so special. Ricardo, I don't know about you. I don't know if there were any cuts on this that you dug, or if this is the album that you go back into or not.
Yeah, well, personal favorite track is Crime Piece.
Yes. That beat though, and then
hard.
well, that sample, I forgot the song, but oh
Yeah.
my god, that song is
so
sweet. I love that song.
Yeah.
I love Crime Piece as well too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, like from the first listen, I was like, yeah, this is album of the year, and I mean, I'm still glad I could see that. So just gonna run through 5 EPs and beat tapes quickly. All right, so number 5 in terms of beat tapes, we have DJ Cam, 90s. As the title suggests, this was just a tribute to like 90s music, 90s hip hop. So you have tributes to guys like Ahmad and a Tribe Called Quest. You actually have 2 songs called Q-Tip and Fife, one after the next. So really dug that. Number 4, we have Pete Rock, Return of the SP1200. This was like Pete Rock basically this, I don't want to say coming back into the fold, because these are basically like unreleased instrumentals that he did way back in the 90s, right? Number 3, we have Where Do. This is this was a producer that I was introduced to through this project called In My Head. And what I dug about this though is that, yeah, like the title suggests, it basically feels like these songs or these like musical references, like, oh, these are like the stuff that swimming in my head, and these kind of influence the beats that I create here. Number 2, we have Nolan the Ninja from representing Detroit with Ilforia 2. You know what I mean? His aesthetic is this sort of lo-fi, you know what I mean, dark basement kind of shit when he comes through with that. Just one like chill cut after the next. So if you're a fan of that kind of vibe, this is right up your alley. And me being a fan of Nolan Ninja, yeah, this is right up my alley too. And number 1, we have DBRC representing LA with Bonus Levels. And Ricardo, I actually want you to check this out if ever you get a chance to, because what this guy did is that he basically has this 8-bit style of production, right? What the man do it this way? Like, he took like samples of the friggin' Sega Genesis Super Nintendo games.
Right.
And just crafts a whole album just off of that.
Nice.
Just off of beats just inspired from all these games.
Chip level, yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy, it's fun, it's very ambitious, I love it, right? So, now quickly, well, last but not least, we have top 5 EPs of 2019. And this is not an honorable mention, but this is not hip-hop, right? But I have to mention this. Coffee, Rapture, this is probably my favorite non-hip-hop EP of the year though.
Yeah.
5 tracks. She came in, she killed it. She proved why she is like one of the best like reggae / dancehall artists in the game right now, and she's young though. She's like 18, 19, and she just came and killed it with it though. I love the instrumentation, I love her vocals, I love how she infused hip hop with dancehall and reggae as well too. Like with this, I felt like she was doing exactly what Damon Jr. Gong did with Welcome to Jam Rock. It was that same vibe, but just in 2019. So I dug that. So just quickly, I don't really have this ranked anyway, but this is the 5 that I really dug. So coming in from England, we have the legend himself, Funky DL. He had an EP called Def, you know, so he stuck to his jazzy hip hop roots, and he did some storytelling as well, to some introspectiveness in it, to really dug that. Also, we have represented Griselda again, Conway the Machine, with Everybody is Food Tree. This is, well, the 3rd part of his Everybody's Food series. It's short, to the point, very grimy, very in your face, dug that. Billy Dance, representing MOP, you know, the great MOP, came through with a 6-track EP called Six Pack, right? And this was just him, just doing what MOP does best, just beat the shit out to you. Basically kind of grimy ass hip hop. That's what he does, right? He came through well with that. Also representing Griselda, we have Benny the Butcher. He's like my favorite artist in that group right now, just because of his grimy drug tales. He just does that so well. And the EP he put out this year was The Plugs I Met, which basically is about just the plugs, just the drug dealing stuff that he dealt with back in the days, right? And he just goes so in depth. You feel like you're just a part of this really crazy, violent, drug-fueled ride, right? And last but not least, we have Ill Bill representing New York, where he teamed up with Italian producer called Sunday. They had a project called Pulp Fiction, right? Fiction.
Right.
And it's just like these grimy sort of Italian sort of Gylo influence beats, and Ill Bill just doing that grimy shit that he does best, right? So really dug that. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of hip hop that I dug over the past 12 months. So let me just jump into TV one time now. Do you have a list as far as like favorite TV shows?
Not
No
really.
particular order, but just what your favorites were.
Not really. I don't really make a list for TV shows.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
now I have to do a list. Hey.
Yeah, well,
Alright, so quick honorable mentions. There's a lot. I'll just run through them quick. The Boys, season 1.
right.
True Detective, season 3. All
Right.
of which we reviewed, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Doom Patrol, season 1.
Right.
Wu-Tang and American Saga, season
Right.
1. Can't wait to see where they go with that. The second half of season 1 of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Right.
Really
Yeah.
dug that. Season 3 of Stranger Things.
Right.
Final season of Broad City.
Right.
Surviving R. Kelly. Yes, I have to make mention of that.
Okay.
Yes, especially in terms of just making everybody, including myself, hate that motherfucker.
Right.
Shout out to Lifetime for doing this. And I believe next month we're supposed to be getting a follow-up to this.
Yeah.
I followed up. Okay, so I can't wait. What other dirt they dig up on that motherfucker, right?
Right.
Tuka and Bertie, season 1.
Yeah.
They need to have a second season.
Definitely.
I know they can't sit, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Amazon, that shit, please. We need more of this.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Free Meek, one of the best
Yeah.
docu-series I've seen
Yeah.
this year.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'll say okay. So my list is well, we'll go through the list, but I have a list off the top of my head I could give. Like
Okay,
that's our
well,
top 5.
well,
anyway.
the ones I'll mention, you can tell me if if you like them or not, right?
Right.
Okay, so without wasting time, number 10 we have Orange is the New Black, the final season.
Okay.
I thought that they wrapped it up well,
Quite good,
not
yeah.
perfectly, but excellently in my opinion. If you've been a fan from day one, you should appreciate this one.
Right.
Number 9, Love, Death, and Robots.
Yes.
Yes, this was a surprise for me.
Yeah.
This gave me that sort of Toonami, but for adults kind of vibe. You know what I mean? I got that with this one here. You know, the story, the episodes. You know, some work more than others, but yeah, I just dug not just the storytelling, but the animation though.
Yeah.
The studios that came through, just the stuff that they do, and I'm like, yeah, they should get more work too. Like, holy shit, they need more work.
Right.
Number 8, season 2 of Mindhunter.
Yeah.
Really dug this. This was a great follow-up to a great season here. I hope they don't Me Too this. You know, we'd see that. You know, like what they did with House of Cards. But yeah, this was a great series. Number 7, one of the more ambitious series I've seen this year, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this. We're doing PG-13, Jim Henson shit. All right, cool. And it's knocked it out of the park with this one. Number 6, Primal.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very grimy, very brutal, very violent, but oh my god, well, this was an entertaining as hell show. But I really dug this. I know we're gonna get a a follow up, like a second half of this. Cause we need to, cause they kind of stop it at this particular point. I don't know where we're getting this, but I hope I don't wait too long for this. Number 5, The Mandalorian, season 1.
Right.
Came true.
Yeah, Mandalorian on my list. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, Wu-Tang Clan of Mics and Men.
Right,
This
yeah.
is the more docu-series Wu-Tang story than, you know, the series that we got, you know, in American Saga. Just the mere fact that we got to see an in-depth look at the Wu-Tang itself. And I'm a Wu-Tang fan, right? From day I don't want to say from day one, sorry. From long time, actually. But yeah, just seeing everybody show back up and tell their stories. Seeing You God's story, you know what I mean? Just seeing a bunch of people and just hearing stuff that you never knew about them, right? Seeing them come up and whatnot. Yeah, if you're a Wu-Tang fan, you need to see this.
You're right.
Number 3, When They See Us.
Yes.
One of the best miniseries.
Yes, definitely
of this
on
year,
my list.
hands down. Netflix put this out. This
Yeah,
was
even
poignant,
when
this was
when
powerful,
hit us.
storytelling, well told,
Yeah.
well written. Wow. And speaking of gut, this was a gut punch for me. And speaking of gut punches, I had to put this as number 2, HBO Chernobyl.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely on my list.
Gut
Yeah.
punch after gut punch, boy.
Yeah.
Not an easy watch. And I actually binged this, boy. And I was like, God, I just need to go outside and, like, I don't know, just
Take
watch
a shower.
flowers. Just watch flowers bloom and watch the sun and shit. Because
Yeah.
this was just such a dark and cool series, man.
Yeah.
It was, it's totally unforgettable. And number 1, not surprising, Watchmen.
Yeah.
As a fan of both the comic and the movie, the way how they continue that story, the story here was fantastic. I love the performances. I love the storytelling, and just how they build on the world. You know what I mean? That Alan Moore, of course, who don't want anything to do with any adaptations of his source material, and Dave Gibbons did. I thought that they did that excellently, in my opinion.
Right.
And because of that, now, like I said in my review, now I actually want to watch the leftovers, because now I know that the guy's name.
Lindelof, yeah.
Yeah, he's the man. When it comes to storytelling, he's the man.
Yeah, I just a couple things for me to mention. The Expanse season 4.
Yes.
That's definitely worth it. Well, Mr. Robot season 4.
Right.
Something I was thinking of off the top of my head. El Camino.
Yeah. Well, I have that as an honorable mention as far as best movies go.
Movies, okay, you count it as a movie. All right. Well, I still have it as TV in my head, but yeah, okay.
Right. And now, let me get the worst movies out of the way, right? So, Ricardo, do you have any dishonorable mentions?
Yeah, but I just didn't think of too much worse things. I kind of keep it out of my head, but yeah. Obviously, stuff, Cats.
Yes.
What's the next set of bullshit? It's a lot of stuff I just didn't see because I just skip.
Okay.
But sort of disappointing. Glass.
I'm gonna get to Glass.
Yeah, Glass was there.
Glass was ass.
Glass was ass. Yeah. What else way? Something was real shit this year. I forget.
I probably might bring it up. Right?
Yeah, that's off the top. I can't think of anything else right now.
But don't worry, the ones that I will bring up, which we have reviewed on this show, by the way.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh yeah, that's one. That's
that
one,
bullshit.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so dishonorable mentions, right? Well, before I get to that, sorry, guilty pleasure, right? I had to think about this way, but because usually when it comes to guilty pleasure, it's usually a movie that I really enjoy, like a really great movie that I recommend, right?
Right.
But this one was a rare exception because, yeah, this is one of the worst movies ever made, though. And like I said, this is a room of the 2010s. But this was just such a vastly bad movie that it's funny at the same time. So yes, my guilty pleasure movie was Fred Durst, the Fanatic.
Yeah, Fanatic, yeah.
Oh my God, boy, this is a so bad it's good movie. This is gonna be a cult favorite for years to come, boy. John Travolta committing to such a bad and absurd performance, boy.
Gotti was this year?
Gotti was last year. That was on my worst stuff for last year.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But this more than makes up for Gotti, because Gotti was just bland and boring. This one was just funny as hell. But in the worst ways, of course, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my guilty pleasure for the year. So dishonorable mentions. Serenity.
Yes.
Mainly because that movie was so bad, I forgot half of what went on.
It was so bizarre.
And bizarre too. And unnecessarily bizarre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just throw this in because, it's such a forgettable movie. Doom Annihilation.
Yes, I remember. Oh God, I forgot about that clean.
Yeah, this is just so forgettable. I just threw that there. Sextuplets. Forgettable. I just threw that there. And this is not a movie, but the experience of it really pissed me off. Jesus is King, a Kanye West. Wow.
I watched that.
Paid to see this movie, a 40-minute film actually.
Yeah, bullshit.
I got like 20 minutes and little of the album. Like, what the hell, right? So that's it. So jumping into my top 10 list, right? So coming in at number 10.
This is what, top worst?
Yeah, top 10 wins.
Right, okay.
Right, so coming in at number 10, I kind of had to flip between this and 5. I wasn't sure where to start with this, but this was also on the forgettable side of things. The Perfection. This was a Netflix show.
Did not see this.
Did not, like, the premise for this was promising, but then I didn't really, like, the story just went in that direction, which made absolutely no sense. It starred this girl from Dear White People, such a great actress, attractive as hell. I was like, okay, you deserve way better than this. This was just so forgettable and so stupid as well too, right? Hated this. Number 9, a show that I suffered through during my birthday, and thanks to you were there to at least alleviate that burden. It's Chapter 2, boy.
Oh yeah, boy.
I did not expect
this is such a disappointment. This is the bullshit I was trying to remember.
Bad, boy.
Yeah, this was the bullshit I was trying to remember. I forget it's clean, Dread.
Yeah, like 2, and this was what, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was long. It didn't work.
These unnecessary callbacks.
This did
not first movie.
Not work at all.
Second act was just nothing but jump scare after jump scare.
It didn't work. It really didn't work.
Some painfully awkward, awful looking the agent that they do to the poor kids, and then they to me, I thought the whole kid stuff was done with Chapter 1. No, they
crammed in a bunch of stuff.
They had a solid cast of adults. They had they had McGill, Jessica Chastain.
Chastain, Professor X himself.
Yeah, Professor X as well in this. And they still had to rely on the kids too.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have to do the nostalgia thing.
It was a bad call.
It was a bad call.
Yeah.
They just stretched the thing out way longer than it should. Yeah, this was a huge disappointment for me, right? Coming from somebody who actually dug the first chapter.
Right, that's the thing. Part 1 was so good. It's like, why they fuck this up so much?
Yeah. Sorry, bigger isn't better, folks. Right?
Yeah.
Come on. Number 8, a movie that I got in too late by actually watching a few days prior to us meeting here. But it was just one of those shows I just had to see how bad it was, boy.
Right.
And then after seeing it, I was like, wow, this movie almost nearly put me to sleep, boy. Ang Lee's Gemini Man.
Yes, this was bad.
Wow.
I fall asleep with this too. This was so forgettable.
A movie where you have 51-year-old Will Smith going up against, 24, 25-year-old Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
And they picture this thing as this
And
big action event.
it busts in terms of like in terms of money, like box office was terrible.
Like it was like I was surprised that it flopped though.
Yeah.
I thought because of Will Smith name it, at least make some cash on it. Nope. But yeah, boy, you touted this thing as this big event now. So why am I so bored by this? Why are we having all these dreary, drawn-out moments where it's like, oh, well, who's Gemini? And Gemini this. And all this dialogue scenes that make no sense. It just stretches out the story. This awkward relationship between young Will Smith and
Yeah, it'll work.
Clive Owen. It just didn't work. It just felt bland and out of place. Waste of time. Number 7. This was so bad. they actually had it like in theaters for limited time only, and then put it on Netflix. Cause this is the place a movie like this needs to be in. Shaft, boy.
Yeah, I forgot about this, John.
Whoever
I completely forgot about this.
To be a comedy, boy, should be shot.
Yeah, it'll work.
It did not work. Even the 2000 movie, which was marginally decent, right?
Right.
Oh gosh, at least that had a sense of what it was about.
Yeah.
This one was trying to be the 2000 Shaft, but the 70s Shaft.
Right.
And then they bring in oh gosh, I forget the Richard Roundtree name.
Yeah.
And he steal the show from everybody.
Yeah.
Steal the show from both Samuel Jackson and homeboy who played young Shaft, who was
Will Smith's son.
Will Smith's son from Independence Day Researcher. This was just such a waste of time, Jen. And then the way how they portray Samuel Jackson as being this sexist, like in 2019.
It didn't work. It really didn't work.
Stop it.
Yeah, it'll work.
Number 6, a movie that I was so glad I didn't see theatrically, but once again, I just had to see for myself. Had to see how bad it was. Hellboy.
Yeah, it was rough.
Ooh. Yo, we're going R-rated dread. This is how we want it to be. What I wanted was just Hellboy 3. I wanted Del Toro's Hellboy 3. But we didn't get that because the man went out. Because I am beyond this. But hey, I love Del Toro, respect him. But yeah, boy, Hellboy was just a misfire in the worst way. David Harbour, you could tell he had his idea what he wanted. The director had his idea what it is he wanted. The studio wanted their idea. And just all these ideas clashing. Made no sense. It was gratuitous violence for the sake of it. No reason. A forgettable villain, Mila Jovovich, however it is.
Yeah.
Painfully forgettable. Number 5. This is where things come full circle, right?
Yeah.
Because back in 2015, I had this particular movie because this was the beginning of the franchise, or I should say trilogy, as my number 5. So it's only right that I put this one here as number 5. Star Wars.
Wow.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Wow.
Yes, I'm going high with this one. I'm going high. This was the last big disappointment I have seen this year.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
I don't understand what happened. It just
don't give JJ a second movie.
Yeah, JJ and Ryan Johnson could have just sit down.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Pitch ideas, and that's it. That's all they need to do.
They rush it.
They rush it. Okay, we just want to get rid of Last Jedi, and then we just want to do the part 2 and 3 that the fans wanted, right?
Yeah, it didn't work. It's a mess.
This incoherent mess, Trent. At the end of the day, I know have people out there that will say it's Last Jedi's fault. That's why Rise of Skywalker was the way it was. No bullshit. It was bad storytelling.
Yeah.
Pure and simple. Bad storytelling. Speaking of bad storytelling and just a hell of a way to end the franchise off, number 4 I had to give to X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yep, definitely.
Wow. This was where nobody just gave a fuck, right?
Yeah, no.
I feel sorry for Sophie Turner.
You know?
I know she went to this is gonna be my breakthrough performance. No. Jennifer Lawrence, she just ever since X-Men Apocalypse, she just stopped
she was sleepwalking through the room.
Yeah, she was sleepwalking through this. They kill she off is just I'm dead.
Yeah.
And oh gosh. Magneto again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to get into detail with it. It was boring. It was bland.
You know.
It was the worst way to end this off.
And they waste Jessica Chastain
like 2
again.
years after friggin'
another wasting of Jessica Chastain.
Like Logan came and end the
You
whole
know?
Wolverine thing off. Well, it end the original X-Men series off.
Right.
You all had a chance. Like end off this thing on a high note.
No,
You couldn't even
but
do that.
as I said, they mess up by not doing the reset button properly from Days of Future Past. They didn't like take advantage of that, and then they just decided to jump into Apocalypse too quick, and it didn't make sense. It didn't work.
Exactly.
So by the time this came along, I didn't care.
Yeah. All right. So 3. Another Netflix film, The Silence.
Okay, I didn't see this.
So this was like Bird Box.
Right.
And so some so basically it's that whole sort of survival thing. Sorry, not Bird Box. This was A Quiet Place, Dread.
Yeah.
This was like the bootleg version of A Quiet Place, Dread.
Right.
You take the girl from play Sabrina. You take oh gosh.
This was Stanley Tucci?
Yeah, Stanley Tucci.
Oh,
Stanley
this
Tucci.
mess. Yeah,
That-
I forgot about
yeah.
this completely, Dread. Yeah,
And
this
I was
doesn't
like,
work at all,
What
Dread.
the hell was this, Dread?
Yeah.
And you could tell that
I forget about this
they made this
completely.
film like a few years ago.
Yeah, I
and
think
they
so,
just
yeah.
Released it because of how big Chilling Adventures.
Right, that's what happened. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
basically what
but,
happened.
Oh my god, but it was just like cliche after cliche.
Yeah.
Stay in the car. No,
Script
let's
sucked,
get out
yeah.
of the car. Look, the creature coming. Stay in the car. Cliche shit, Dread. Waste of time. Number 2. I was trying to figure out whether I should put this as number 1 way, but I was like, nah, boy. Replicas. This
Oh,
came
yeah,
in
yeah,
early
yeah,
this,
yeah.
early this year, boy.
That's Keanu Reeves, yeah.
And Keanu Reeves.
I forgot. I was thinking about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I could tell he do this as a favor. It's like, you know what, he's my boy, whoever the director is, I'll be in your show, but oh my god, boy, it was just
Yeah, it didn't
like
work.
cliche sci-fi storytelling 101, just like 90s. This was like Johnny Mnemonic Badhouse.
Right.
And even Johnny Mnemonic is like a dumb cult classic kind of vibe.
Right. It's still
I
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
watched that
something.
movie,
Yeah.
This boring, drab movie, Dread. So
Yeah.
total misfire here. And number 1, not surprising where it is. Glasses ass had to be number 1.
Yeah. God, such a
And we could
disappointment.
talk so much about why this.
No,
thing
I'll straight up say Glass was the biggest disappointment since Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, to start. I mean, holy shit! Yeah. People was hyped. You thought you
That's
would
the
have come.
problem. Is the hype level? You know,
Yeah, you
people are all
thought.
excited
I
to
thought
see
you would
this.
have come with some like a new. Because the thing is, he came in such a perfect time to make this. You know, it was the same year Avengers Endgame coming out.
Yes.
So it was to me it was the perfect time as a commentary.
On the superhero genre.
Right, and he just
Yeah.
blew it.
And that's why I said, like,
Absolutely
focus.
blew it.
Like, Split should have just been its own
Yeah.
thing. Don't try to bookend it.
He done
as
goofed.
part of this universe, right? And I will never, ever forgive Shyamalan, Dread, for how he treat Bruce Willis' character in
Yeah,
this
boy.
movie, Dread.
Brutal.
How you could kill this guy like that, Dread.
Real
That was
trash.
inexcusable.
Yeah.
So yeah, that to me, Dread, and that to me just elevated it to this number 1 spot.
Yeah, that's
That
some bullshit.
You will still have people out there that will defend it. And one thing I'll say about that though, quickly, I'm glad, Dread, that there are articles out there online right now, finally calling it short for what it is.
Yeah.
One of the worst for the year.
Yeah.
They're putting Glass there, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, Glass
yes.
was terrible.
Back then, when it came out back in January, you all defended the hell out of the show.
I-
And now they see the light.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That we're talking about. So that was worst stuff. Now we could breathe a little sigh of relief. And now we're gonna get to best of the year, right?
Right.
So do you have any honorable mentions?
Right, I have a ton
Honorable
of runners up type and honorable mention type. So I am okay.
Alright,
So,
so
my
let's
list.
just run through your honorable mentions.
Okay, so just stuff I didn't see first, but I wanted to see and expect to be good, but I didn't see through the year, but I know good.
Right.
1917, Booksmart, Little Women, and The Farewell. I didn't see those four movies.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of great things about Little Women.
Yeah.
The script actually came out. I don't want to read it. I actually want to see the movie first.
Right.
Well, in my case, I have quite a lot of honorable mentions. But
Yeah, me
in
too.
the sake of time, I'll just whittle down to a few.
Right.
I have Shadow,
Right.
great movie from Zhang Yimou.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit, which we mentioned about earlier.
Yeah.
High Flying Bird, you know what I mean, from Steven Soderbergh. That was
Yeah.
really great. Fire, the greatest party that never happened.
Fire Festival, yeah. Okay.
Well, both that and Fire Fraud.
I forgot about
really
that,
done
yeah.
those. And well, last but not least, I do have some more, but I'll just wrap it up at 5 here. Dolomite is My Name.
Okay.
One of the biggest surprises of 2019. Great comeback in terms of Eddie Murphy here.
Right.
Right. What were your honorable mentions?
Right. I have a ton of them. So I have Us,
Oh yes, Us is also in my list. I
Yeah.
forgot to mention Us is there.
Have Us.
I wanted to put it as top 10. Like, a lot
Nah,
of people
it
put
close.
up there,
It's close,
but
but I
it's
didn't make
one
it.
that I really need to
Um,
watch over.
right, so I've Us. I have The Lighthouse.
All right,
I
fair
have
enough.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Uh-huh.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor Sleep.
Yes, Doctor Sleep is also there
Right.
too. On my list.
Ad Astra.
Also there.
Right. Shazam.
Not on my list, but it's a
Yeah.
decent movie. Yeah.
Yeah. John Wick 3.
That's on mine. I wanted it to be top 10 for me too,
No,
but
yeah.
I'm like,
Dolomite
this
is my
is-
name.
uh,
Dolomite is my name. Jojo Rabbit. Knives Out.
right.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Uh-huh.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah. Solid conclusion
Yeah.
to that trilogy.
Crawl.
Would have been a guilty pleasure, but nah, I
Yeah.
have a lot of good things in it.
Waves. A movie called Waves. Monas.
I've been meaning to watch Waves. In
Yeah. One Cut of the Dead.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
I wasn't. I wanted to see it, but because it was released, I think it was 2 years ago.
Right.
I think it now get a release
Right.
now.
I don't know it was released so far back, but
Yeah.
I do kind of see it. American Factory.
All right, great doc.
Pain and Glory.
I need to see that movie. I
Yeah.
need to.
Apollo 11.
Yes. Also on my list.
Yeah. Just Mercy.
Need to watch that.
And-
I think we get that.
And then Shadow.
I think we get in Just Mercy this week actually.
Right.
Well, New Year's actually.
Yeah. And then Just Mercy. And then
Right.
sorry. And then Shadow.
Shadow. Okay,
Right.
cool. Glad that we both did forget Shadow, because Shadow was just
Shadow's
such
hard.
a visual
Yeah, brilliant.
feaster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to run through my 10 to 6 quickly.
Right.
You run through your 10 to 6.
We
and
could
then
do
we'll
we
just
could
go
go
in
we could
depth
do
into
like go
that.
10 your 10 my 10. Like just go with that and do it.
Alright, okay,
Yeah, sure.
we'll do it like that. Alright, so my number 10, admittedly, it was a show that, at first when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is really great, filmmaking period, right?
Right.
But I wanted to see it again just to make sure that it deserved to be there. And fortunately, I did see it again. I was like, yeah, it's had to be there. James Mangold's Ford v Ferrari.
Okay.
My number 10.
Right.
This was just, harkening back to just old school filmmaking.
Yeah.
Just great storytelling as well, too. Great character pieces in terms of Matt Damon and Christian Bale's, characters. And just great performances from them as well, too. Shane Man, great performance as well from him, too.
Yeah,
you know
Lee
what I mean?
Iacocca,
You got the idea of, from the racing perspective to the big wigs perspective. And
Yeah.
it just all worked together. So it's feel good, but at the same time, it just has, a powerful, dramatic tone underneath all the racing and stuff. And by the way, racing sequences, very well handled, by the way. So yeah, this is another great movie from James Mangold.
Right. Yeah. My number 10 is Joker.
So
Yeah.
high up. Okay.
Yeah. My number 10 is Joker.
Alright.
I didn't love it because it's so derivative. It had problems, but it still worked quite well for me. I had a
Right,
lot of
right.
fun with it. I enjoyed it for what it is. But yeah, so I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Number 9, the reason why I have this one up there because I was kind of late to the ball with this one here. Uncut Gems.
Okay.
Just mainly because of Adam Sandler's just amazing performance.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to say career defining because he did him for years, right? But yeah, this one, he was so believable. He was so compelling, even though he was a scumbag. But yeah, you bought into it. And he was kind of rooting for him to just get out of what he was in. But just because of how pathological his character was, just like you just watching a man just kind of crash and burn, and just seeing it all there, especially this anxiety style kind of vibe and just how realistic it all felt. It just kind of kept you on edge. Just made it feel all the more unnerving.
Right.
And like I said before, rooting for this guy to at least get an Oscar nom.
Right.
This was great.
My number. Oh, this one's controversial. But my number 9, The Irishman.
So high again.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
sorry, so low I should say.
Yeah. Nah,
Okay.
it deserved the top 10, but it's still again good.
But I imagine you've seen better Scorsese films, right?
Here's the
That's why.
thing. For me to have a film, I just didn't. It didn't hit me the way it could have hit me.
Okay.
But still good. A little too long. But I love the ending, and I love it as a anti-Scorsese. Well, it's
And anti-Goodfellas.
yeah, it's an anti-Goodfellas. It
Right.
works, but still, it had so many other stuff I just liked more than this year. And again, movies have to do something special, and this didn't do anything special for me personally. But yeah,
Okay. All right. My number 8 was arguably the best horror movie I've seen in 2019. Forgive me for having it so low on my list here, but that's just because I saw something else that, even though it's not technically not horror, but it just kind of beat it in terms of just what they were going for. Ari Aster's Midsummer comes in at number 8.
Right.
From when I saw the credits start rolling, I was like, yeah, I saw one of the best movies of the year, boy.
Right.
Ari Aster just came through with I would call this his, like, if Hereditary was just like, hey world,
Yeah.
this is who I am and this is what I do. This one here was like, yeah, I am shaping myself to be just a great horror filmmaker. Period. You know what I mean? Yes, you could tell that he was drawing heavily from The Wicker Man. You know what I mean? But just the vibe of it, the story that he was telling, the great performances from Florence Pugh and Will Poulter.
Yeah.
Paul Will Poulter, but he looked pretty shit. Yeah. And just this weird, strange cult, and just how strange and fucked up things just get though. As far as a slow burn movie, horror movie, this is one of the best I've ever seen. In terms of just having everything primarily take place in daylight. Yeah, this was just a great call. In my
Yeah, it's a great use of light.
So superbly well shot, well lit, and well acted. And just the ending and
blocking.
right out to the ending was great.
Yeah, the blocking was brilliant.
The blocking was great. And the music really, really got to me as well too. So powerful. So that's my number 8.
Yeah, my number 8, Avengers Endgame.
All right.
Yeah.
Again, with having things low. Okay.
No, it's up. You will see what my top 10, although you might not like it. But Endgame was good, but I didn't enjoy it anywhere near as much as Infinity War. And I'd say really because the time travel is what hurt it for me.
The time travel stuff kind of makes sense, but
it's a weak conceit because, as I say, even if the time travel was written perfectly and everything made perfect sense, and I don't think it does.
So you just think that it should have been a better way to
right, in my opinion. I really didn't like that they used time travel as a solution. It's like, well, time travel so played out now.
Yeah. But how they work in terms of, like, say, Tony Stark's character?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. But like, I still wanted something else as a solution to the problem.
Right.
But whatever, it's fine. But anyway, yeah, that's me.
Okay. My number 7 is the first of two Netflix films in this list here. Marriage Story.
Okay.
Yes. I did not expect that a movie about divorce would have me so gripped, so emotionally moved. And not like in tears, but just like I really want the best for these characters here, even though they're in this terribly shitty situation here.
Right.
That would be Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, each given probably the best performance in their career thus far. I am rooting for both of them to get a nomination. I'm actually rooting for Adam Driver to win Best Actor. If Scarlett wins, great for her. But I thought that Adam Driver just killed it with this one.
Right.
Also, I mean, let me not forget the direction, the cinematography, the music which was done by,
great.
the name escapes me right now. Guy who did Randy Newman.
Yeah.
I like who would have thought his sort of whimsical music, even though it works for emotional films like this, this, right, would have worked so well in this. You know what I mean? Also Ray Liotta, Laura Dern, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This great supporting cast as well too. And yeah, I mean, for as long as it was, it's just like about a 2.5 hour runtime. It was just so well told, so well written, and just so compelling as well too. And I mean, it's not like a warning to couples, but just something that everyone should kind of be aware of, because it's part of life, you know what I mean?
Right.
Part of love and all that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, Marriage Story is my number 7 pick.
All right, before I get to my number 7, I just want to mention another movie I didn't see. I just remembered The Two Popes.
Yes, that was on my to watch list, but
I didn't see it.
ran out.
Anyway, all right. That was great. Yeah, my number 7, Midsommar.
Okay. Nice.
This movie worked. I thought it was hilarious. It really, really flowed.
Yeah, really darkly.
And why it worked is that it inverted the horror trope of darkness and gave us light.
Yeah.
And why it worked because they light, because all the damn drugs they're taking.
Yeah, you're scary shit that happened in broad daylight.
Yeah, in broad daylight, yeah. And because you're not sure what's going on, and you can't make sense of it, and it's like, oh shit, the light is what causing you to make less sense of the world, because all that information, the visual information, overwhelming you. Love it. Awesome.
All right. My number 6 is a show that I got into quite late. Once again from A24. I won't lie though, A24.
Yeah.
Like if I had to pick like best studio of the decade, right? A24.
Yeah. They just run it, yeah.
Just coming through with one solid project and just so different from the mainstream stuff, right?
Yeah.
The Lighthouse way. I had to put this as number 6.
Nice, man.
This blew me away from shot 1, frame 1. Just the callbacks to old black and white films, the Lynchian aspect about it, just how batshit crazy it is.
Yeah.
I would argue, like I said before, you know what I mean? When you think about these stories, like, okay, it worked, but that kind of don't make sense. Maybe I didn't interpret that kind of way.
But
But-
it's one of those. If it had a clearer narrative, I would have enjoyed it more.
yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't need to. So it's like, well,
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, strong performances from William Dafoe, of
Right.
course, he killed it, and Robert Pattinson
Yep.
just going toe to toe with this guy in terms of who could like just fuck each other up verbally.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's the way how it concludes. By yeah. And of course, you get your nightmarish stuff, some real freaky shit
Yeah.
goes on, and just
yeah.
from a
And again, the
cinematography
Prince Harry cosplay. Right?
yeah, just from a cinematography, just from the look of it all, boy. This was ambitious project from Robert Eggers. I can't wait to see what he does next. So, Lighthouse number 6. What's your number 6?
My number 6 is The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Which was on my honorable mention too,
Yeah.
by the way. I wanted to put this in so bad.
Right.
I was like, I need to watch it again, man.
No,
Just
yeah.
didn't get around to it.
This really worked for me in terms of what it meant. We're just talking about subtext.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, once again from E24.
Yeah.
E24 killing the
yeah,
shit.
It does. This is a movie that's really hit me hard, and again another movie coming up that's similar to it, but that film did that even better. But yeah,
Right.
right.
Okay. So my number 5 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay,
Yes,
nice.
I'm a Tarantino head. I love his movies, but this one here really felt like the penultimate film that he which I believe it is actually, because he says he has one more film under his belt, right? But yeah, this one really felt like, okay, this is the wrap up to, the long career of Tarantino.
Right.
The fact that he was drawing heavily on westerns, right? That it just kind of reflects like where his career is right now. Whereas like, like once again, like, yeah, I've done this stuff, but there has to come a point in time where I have to step down and I have to move on with my life.
Right.
So like that, you see it echo in this movie here, where it's like, okay, well, this is 1969, but we're watching this thing, we're seeing these characters, we're seeing Leo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt doing their thing, but at the same time, this is a bygone era. This is an era that will never come again, and it's always punctuated by this threat that, okay, with the man's murders and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie being there, Sharon Tate. Always there's this warning that, yeah, this is not gonna end the way you expect it. And even when Tarantino do the little bait and switch where he give us the gratuitously violent climax,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, this is how he's gonna end this movie. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You have to understand, this is what happened, and if it wasn't for that, the movies that I reference would not exist, and the mindset that people
Right,
were
exactly.
in wouldn't be the way that they would. So he has to leave it as is, and it resulted in probably one of the best endings I've seen
Yes.
in a movie this year. Some people didn't like it, but I loved it totally.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Cool.
totally dug this movie. Not perfect, but totally dug this movie.
Right. Right. My number 5 is Uncut Gems.
All right,
Yeah.
nice.
This was such a great character piece to me.
Yeah.
It built the tension and so well, great world building, and yeah, what it did, that final. Again, I'm still on the fence about the ending, but I totally appreciate why the ending played out, because I totally
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
why those characters would make that decision.
Yeah, I dug the ending too.
even
I know
given-
some people don't.
Yeah, even given the circumstances, I understand why that ended. And I actually really love this. And yeah, Adam Sandler, holy shit, he could
Yeah.
win an Oscar. So
Yeah.
right, I really loved Uncut Gems.
Right. Speaking of Oscar, number 4, Joker. I'll
Okay.
give it to this one, boy.
Nice.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
Like, going in, we know he was going to kill a dread, but
Yeah.
I didn't know he would have just knocked it out so effortlessly, in my opinion. Though this is
Right.
probably one of the best performances I've ever seen. We could argue, oh, he was better in The Master, or in Her, or in Inherent Vice, but this to me was his defining performance, boy. And just the nature of this movie, you know what I mean? Oh, it's so controversial, and
No, yeah,
what it's
right.
gonna do, and all that kind of stuff. You know what? It's like, no, it's just a strong character piece. Like,
Right.
just taking that character of Joker and just exploring it in really profound ways. You know what I mean? Making it kind of like, not really like or relate, but
Right.
understand the character, and that's what it did. Great supporting cast as well too, solid cinematography and great direction from Todd Phillips. Who would have thought, like, Todd Phillips coming through? Yes, I know he had to draw a lot from Taxi Driver and
Right.
and the King of Comedy. But yeah, those are perfect films to reference from, and I thought that he just did it so well, Dread. So
Right.
yeah, DC come true. They get a win for this one. They come true
Yeah.
real good. You know what I mean? So number 4, Joker.
right. My number 4, Marriage Story. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
This really worked. Mostly because it's just great back and forth. Great, again, it's good characterization of putting the worst type of character in the worst type of situation. They couldn't handle this at all, and I love how it built. And again, great side characters, Laura Dern, Ray Liotta. Yeah, well, you mentioned, sorry, you covered it.
Yeah.
It's good. Pretty damn good. Loved it.
It is.
Yeah.
It had to win an Oscar, man.
Something. Right?
Something.
Yeah. Well,
Best screenplay. Something, right?
right.
Number 3. You mentioned it earlier. The Irishman. I had to give it to
Right.
my boy Scorsese for this one. I was like really excited ever since the teaser, really teaser of a teaser, came out. And yeah, just seeing it, just being this 3.5 hour film on Netflix, that was a perfect call. Yes, you could argue for days about it didn't need to be that long, but still, it kept me engaged from start to end. Robert De Niro killed it. Al Pacino in his first Scorsese film ever killed it. Joe Pesci killed it. Like, if he does not get an Oscar nom for this, Dread, dog, fuck the Academy, Dread.
You know.
But he just came and killed the Dread.
Yeah,
And
Pesci
it
was
was
on
just like
fire
a
with
far,
it.
like
Yeah.
it wasn't like the manic, violent, over the top character like from Goodfellas.
Right.
He was just calm and reserved, and it just
Yeah,
made
he
it
totally
even
play against
more
type.
Scary.
Yeah, he totally play against type.
Yeah, and just overall, what I love about the story is just how they play, and they just kind of, they made the whole I want to be a gangster thing, or damn it feels good to be a gangster, right?
Right.
And they made it less fun, Dreaded. And because it's old characters they're dealing with, it's just like, yeah, there's a consequence to it that's not good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's bad. You know what I mean? It's rough. Look at how it affects your family. Look how it affects your friends and your health and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it really did feel like, Scorsese just coming and saying, I'm older now, I'm wiser now, I can't do Goodfellas anymore.
Yeah.
But let me just show you the flip side to it, whilst telling this sort of true story about what happened to Jimmy Hoffa, which I could kind of believe, but kind of don't at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, this was great filmmaking and just
Right.
proof why Scorsese is one.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So what's your number 3?
My number 3, High Flying Bird.
Oh,
Yeah.
So high.
Yes, I
So high.
really like this movie. Mostly
Alright.
because it had stuff to look for.
Okay, I thought it was because he shot with the iPhone.
Nah, not that. No, it's what I was talking about in terms
Right.
of like, again, it's a heist film, a really subtle heist film.
Mm-hmm.
What I was talking about then, if you know who the guy was at the ending, is what
Oh,
it
you
was.
mean the author of the book?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
which
a
I read
great-
up after. I was like,
Yes.
oh shit.
Yes, that's why this.
Oh.
When they hit me with that ending, I was like, well, would. I didn't expect to enjoy this as much. What's his name? Andrew Holland was really
Yes,
fucking good in
he
this.
was, he was.
It's such just a great character piece. Yeah, your boy from Black Lightning in this. Who's playing?
Bill Duke.
Bill Duke,
was
yeah.
in it. I was like,
Yeah. No, but I just really.
Sonja's son from. the
Sonia,
Wyatt
right,
shows,
yeah, right. And I just thoroughly appreciated what it was talking about, the subject matter, the central ideas and themes, and just the history of things. And like, yeah, this movie just was really powerful for me.
Yeah.
So I'll give it.
It was kind of low key too. They're like, oh, well,
Yeah, low-key, it's
this-
subtle.
It's like it's a drama, but that's not
Nah,
a
yeah,
sports drama.
I
but
really enjoyed this.
yeah. Once it dig in deep, it's like, oh.
Yeah,
this
that
is
layers.
good.
That layers. It had layers.
Right. My number 2 is Avengers Endgame. But,
Okay, wow.
To me, this was a satisfying, while not perfect, but
Yeah.
just a satisfying conclusion. Just seeing this on the big screen,
Yeah.
IMAX, that portal scene, that scene.
Yeah,
would just
the portal
live
scene is
on
amazing,
in memory for me, boy. That was
Yeah.
just a powerful scene, and I'll confess, man, tears came out, dude. You know what I mean? Just, and like I said with
When Falcon say on your left,
Yeah,
it was hard.
yeah.
It was really yeah.
just remembering how the audience reacted.
Yeah, for real,
How we just screamed at moments, you know what I mean? With Cap getting, Thor's hammer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was just a crowd pleasing aspect about it
Yeah.
that I'll never forget though.
Nice.
And of course Al Silvestri's score was just so powerful, it worked well.
Right.
Portals, and of course the Iron Man, well, not the Iron Man team, but just the music that they play when he died.
Yeah.
Boy, that shit hits me. But just in general, what Dog do is how they gave time into so just fleshing out the character arcs and just ending them pretty much satisfying, right? And then of course giving us the final battle that we were waiting for so
Yeah,
long. And I mean,
yeah.
Thanos against everybody, and it was just so satisfying. Yes, we could talk about the time stuff not
Yeah.
being perfect. I admit it wasn't perfect. I call that
Yeah.
out too. But just in terms of
No,
how
the
they ended off the
first,
whole
as I
thing-
said with Avengers Endgame, the first hour and the last hour is quite good.
right.
But I
The
really
time stuff, yeah,
wanted them to come up with a better solution to it, and that would have like cemented because Infinity War was just so grand and epic,
Yeah.
and work, and it's like, but then they just do this real. I find it just feels so cheap and lazy, Dread.
Okay,
Whatever.
Okay.
Not bad, I still
Yeah.
put it in my top 10, but like,
Yeah.
nah, boy, I don't know. It's,
but
it's bothering me.
for me though, this was a satisfying, and I
Right.
totally love it.
Right.
I can't, because I see you know,
And yeah, the movie make the
Infinity
movie-
War and Endgame as one story.
Okay, right,
That's
yeah.
why I don't really mind it. You know, the flaws of Endgame. I
Right.
see they kind of fully support each other. But
yeah,
love this movie.
and yeah, the movie make like the most money ever. So
You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So what's your number two?
My
Shock man.
not really. Number 2, Ford v Ferrari. Yeah.
Nice.
I love this movie. I did
Yeah.
not expect. Everybody was good in this. Everybody. You know.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale, by the way.
Christian Bale
he
was
needs to
great.
get an
Matt
Oscar
Damon.
nom. He needs to get that just
Yeah.
because he had the British accent,
Yeah.
but his character was like
Yeah.
the best thing in the movie, though.
Christian Bale was good in this. Matt Damon was good in this. Sorry, no, Matt Damon.
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon. Yeah. Gosh. Shit. My Sheng Meng was good.
Yeah, Shane Man was good.
Sheng Meng was good.
The actress who played
the wife. Yeah, she was
who
good.
played Christian Bale's wife was
Yeah,
great.
she was good.
The kid was great.
Yeah. What do you call it? The fellow play Ford.
Oh, him.
Henry
yeah,
Ford
Henry Ford
too.
second.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
The guy who
Yeah,
played
he was
the guy who played Enzo Ferrari. I like all of their acts. The ending was so good.
Yes.
And then
yes,
it's
yes.
so good. That last piece where he's like, oh, I just had a beat the thing, and they end up doing this
Yeah, yeah.
amazing run, and he end up doing the perfect lap thing. I was like, well, word.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was a true love letter to
Yeah.
just 50s,
Cars,
60s, 10
yes,
old
Judd.
movies, man. Really done.
Yeah, and it was just, I think they gave it. That's when the Ford GT came out for the first time. That's what they made.
Yes.
It's like, damn, awesome. I love this movie, Joe.
Yeah, really fascinating story too.
I really
you wanna
appreciated
learn
it.
more about it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So,
My
Ricardo,
number-
if you don't mind,
My number one is not surprising. but-
what's your number?
No, you go
What
ahead.
is the shit?
You go ahead.
No. You do it. It true bears me to be tradition. I want you to do the number.
Alright, no problem. My number one for the year is obvious Parasite.
And that's my number one too.
Yeah, right.
Of
okay.
course, it just
Alright.
had to be. It
Yeah.
had to be.
We
It's the
clash
best
it.
movie
And
of the year. Come
listen,
on.
we clash it the whole time until this. Yeah. Come on.
Was there any other
This
show that
was
could be number
so
one? Come on.
fucking good, Dread. I mean, it
Yes,
was
boy.
so good. It just worked. It take me a while. It take me a while to piece together like what going on.
Right.
In terms of like because again, it's plot is a thing.
Right.
Story and narrative great, but you have to tell me what you're about, and then when you learn what it's about, it's like, all right, this was powerful. That ending was so good.
Yes,
when my
it
boy
is.
say don't take a plan to work out.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, don't not having a plan is the best plan. That mindset, like, wow, that real defeatist, but like clever at the same time. It's
You know,
really good writing.
And you can explain why he moves the way, why
Yes,
his father
Joe.
does what he does.
Yes.
You know what I mean? 'Cause he didn't really think about it, but you could
Right.
tell it was seeded in his brain.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's really dark and disturbing, but it's such a great script.
Yeah.
Great,
It is.
great,
It is.
well executed story. Powerful subject matter.
Yeah.
Powerful theme.
Very relatable.
Very
too,
central
like that.
idea.
Yeah.
Central idea is very, very powerful. We see like there's another movie on this list that has a similar idea, but I didn't put it aside. That's Us. This is the idea of it's
Oh,
class
you mean
conscious.
Yeah, the flip side.
Yeah, the class
Yeah,
consciousness
right.
under. But this, I don't know, boy. He nailed it, boy.
Yeah.
And again, for a hot minute, I keep thinking it was the manga.
Oh yeah.
but no.
I know a lot of people went in.
You know,
only thinking that.
because he thinks he makes no pesos. It's like,
Yeah.
you think it's the manga now, boy. But the bad when he hit me here was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
He come good. He come good.
Well, just to add to what you say,
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I reviewed it on this program here. I was just praising this thing to high heaven. I was like, I was just glued from the word go. I loved everything about it. The music, the acting was solid. The family dynamic was great. The way how they worked their way into the family was great. I love how they painted both families. Like they're not like the rich family. Not the parts, right? They're not naive or aloof,
Yeah.
right? Well, they kind of come off, especially the wife. They kind of come off a little naive at times, but it's not like they're stupid. It's like they
Well,
deserve what happened,
she kind of do it.
Yeah.
She kind of do
especially
it. But
with her fear of like this germaphobe
Right.
thing, you know what I mean? I love this part where he say, did you wash your hands? Like when she told the father that after he told her about the maid, the
Tuberculosis,
housekeeper, being sick,
Yeah.
she had TB and whatnot.
Right,
That was
yeah,
cool. Yeah, and this the father being this stubborn, this arrogant prick is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, right, I could hire this guy to do this for me, right?
Right,
Okay. Yeah. But I like that they didn't paint them as just complete idiots, right?
Yeah.
That same thing for the heroes or anti-heroes of the story.
Yeah,
They're complete idiots.
Yeah.
And yes, I know they play it off kind of comical at times.
Yeah, well, now.
But still, you understand where they're coming from. They survivalists. They'll do what they have to do.
Yeah.
And I like this really hit me deep though, because I wouldn't lie. Like 2019 financially wasn't the best year for me. You know what I mean? Like I had to live below my means. I had to torrent some shows that couldn't go and see certain things in IMAX. Just saying. But yeah, boy, just the idea of you will do whatever it takes to get that money,
Yeah.
I could totally relate. And many people will, right?
Yeah.
But the storytelling was great though. The Hitchcockian vibe was great.
Yes.
I even make reference of the book that you saw Hitchcock's faces. Like,
Yeah.
this is Hitchcock shit.
Yeah.
But I like how the socio-economic theme and message of it, that was great.
Yeah.
How it twists in the second act and it gets dark near the end. And kind of tragic in the end too as well.
Yeah.
It's powerful. Really
Yeah.
love that. So sorry, there was no other movie that could beat
Yeah,
this.
and
as far as
the man
this
nailed it,
was
boy.
Yeah.
Man nailed it. Alright.
And I don't care if you don't like to read subtitles. Watch this shit. Watch it. I don't care.
Yeah, for
and
real.
don't wait for no English dub, please. Don't put on no English dub. Keep it
Yeah.
it South Korean.
They'll
Keep
fuck
it
that
real.
up, yeah.
Right. So before we do the usual where we can find each other online, I mean this is the final episode of the year and the decade here. So just briefly, briefly about what I hope or expect in 2020 going forward. Not just for this show here, but just in Hollywood in general. As far as Hollywood goes, I'm expecting that we'll get like another franchise, some big franchise that's gonna
that Disney-
dominate. The
Well,
the
Disney
movie industry.
Disney just gonna be taking over the world more.
Yeah, more.
Okay, so things to think about in the future. I was just thinking about a couple things of what might be, like what shows coming. Well, the Star Trek franchise, Picard coming just now.
Picard, yes.
And I think sci-fi is we're really in a good time for sci-fi.
Yes.
In general, but Star Trek is in my opinion, I defend Discovery people, so whatever.
Right. Oh,
you don't have to
and
take more
Sci-Fi,
opinions seriously.
before I forget this quick little rest in peace. Sid Mead, but
Yes, and Meat Prath, yeah.
And it's ironic because Blade Runner
Yeah.
2019, he lived to
Yeah.
2019, right? But yeah, rest in peace, man. You know what I mean? Your visuals, Jed. I mean, look at
Right.
Tron, look at Blade Runner. Those are
Yeah.
iconic shit, right? So,
Right.
yeah. What?
Yeah, so another thing we're going to see is that, you see that cats thing? That's a portent of the future. Where people could just think they could just slap their face on something, and even though the technology was trashing cats,
Right.
I could see better versions of that in the future, and we might be getting more, see the live action bullshit, I'm tired of it, but we're getting more of that.
Yeah. Disney's gonna come.
Yeah. I didn't
strong
hate,
with this.
I didn't completely hate Aladdin, but Lion King didn't work for me at all.
Yeah,
But
and it could have
made
been
a
more
bit-
worse stuff,
it made-
but because I didn't hate
No,
it,
that's the
all
thing.
that,
It's
I
such
left
a
it up.
weird choice, and I hated what they did with it because it's just such a weird balance of choice. But I didn't hate it.
Right.
But whatever, that
Yeah.
coming, that we getting more of that bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
Alright,
well-
in a nutshell, like I say, I just expected another franchise. Not necessarily
right, it would be
under Disney's umbrella.
right. That's
Just
the thing.
come
I
and
would love to
dominate
see
it.
because I don't know what they're doing to Star Wars going forward. I don't know what they're doing, but I would love to see if they could. Well, two things: the DC people are to catch yourself finally.
Yeah.
Hopefully they should.
Right.
So, Wonder Woman looking okay, we've seen some interesting stuff. The Marvel stuff coming forward, I expect MCU to be solid on thing, especially Disney Plus stuff.
Right.
And I'm genuinely excited for a couple of their movies coming forward, like
Right.
like that Doctor Strange 2. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What going
And
on with
especially
that?
as you're saying, they're drawing from 80s horror.
Right.
Like, all right. Cool.
And I would love if, it'd be really, really fucking cool is if they could actually pull off a proper anime movie.
They
Like,
came close
like
with Alita, and I still say
Yes.
it needs a sequel. It needs a sequel.
right. I mentioned Alita because I kind of forget it, but
Right.
I would love to see them do something where you could do an anime, but you're telling okay. One of the big mistakes with the live action anime movies, right, is that they just decide to put multiple arcs in one.
like Rurouni Kenshin,
Right.
like the first one.
Well, no, but even that's still kind of okay. But I was really annoyed with, like, say, Full Metal Alchemist. Multiple arcs in one.
Yes.
And I would
they
love
do-
if somebody could sit down, take one arc at a time, and then build from there.
Yeah.
And so, in my opinion, the best one to do is Bleach.
Yeah.
Bleach is the best one.
Uh-huh.
Because the Bleach animated movie is solid. And then the Bleach, I
The
still...
live action movie was kind of
Right. No, the live action movie was interesting.
Right.
But I would have I would have changed up a bunch of stuff
Right.
to do with that. But to me, the way how Bleach is told, you could totally do that. And again, I'm a Bleach nerd, defending Bleach like an asshole. But you could tell these arcs in one and tell such a great solid story, 2.5 hours, and do that. And I think that could blow up. Well, we'll see. I have no idea what coming for Hollywood in the future, or just big cinema.
Yeah,
And well, another thing with cinema is that cinema becoming really like global, and a lot of global South stuff. Netflix have some good shit.
Yeah.
Netflix have a lot of
I'm
great.
excited to see what Netflix
Netflix
does
have,
in the
okay.
next decade.
Netflix
But
have
also, because you have like HBO Max and
Right.
and Disney Plus. I want to see how they're gonna go two to two with
right. What's gonna happen? Because it have a lot of great global South stuff. Like it had like stuff from Colombia about slavery and things like what? This on Netflix, World.
And I would like to see. Well, I know this is a big dream. You know what I mean? Like if something for the Caribbean, let's say Trinidad, can actually get there, actually get
Jamaica.
like a you know, like that.
Yeah.
Just get a wider,
Right.
view there.
Right. And
But let's also to before I forget, I would say that the 2010s were a great decade for horrors.
Right.
Especially with newcomers coming into the scene, the Ari Asters, the Robert Eggers,
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's, shout out to Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And I just want to see these guys just make more and more great films.
Right.
They may make a little bit misstep here or there, but I just want to be consistent. And I want
Yeah.
to see more filmmakers, more indie filmmakers come through with solid projects.
yeah, I would love.
regardless of genre.
Yeah, I would love to see what they will do. I just want to see what the next decade going to be in terms of technology, or where going to go in terms of project.
Yeah.
If stuff going to be bigger or smaller, I'm sure.
Yeah, same here.
But I would really love to see because because the 2010s now was a true paradigm shift in terms of media.
Yes.
Right, media really on the internet now. We really streaming stuff now. How they're going to shape stuff going forward.
Yeah, and how that'll affect, like, say, people, ticket sales. Like,
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Yes, it will have people out there that will quicker wait for. I mean, it has been
Because
that
the
thing,
2010s,
right?
the
You quicker wait
2010s,
for it to come
yeah.
out online. Or
Yeah,
whatnot,
because the
but-
2010s has really now seen the paradigm shift.
Right.
The whole cable, that whole cord cutting thing. But if you have the choice, you're spending less money, and you could decide to pick one or the other. We'll see.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
Alright.
last, but at least before we get to usual where you can find us online and all that jazz, right? Just personally, right? Just quickly, where I see myself this decade, just I don't know. For me personally, I just want to try new things. You know what I mean? Try to do more creative things, whether it be music. Actually, want to do a little hip hop production stuff here or there, but also with film as well. You know what I mean? A lot of people kind of go in with want to be the next director, but you could do other things. You could try cinematography. You could actually try screenwriting and stuff like that. I can't really speak for our film industry down here in Trinidad and Tobago, but we really do need to get out of this film festival mentality
Right.
and actually make films that could actually last the test of time. It's possible we could do it, but we just need to stop thinking, oh, this is a show that I'm going to put out in September, and it's only going to show for like about a week, and then we'll never see it again. You have to start thinking about home media. We have to think about foreign audiences and all that kind of stuff. I think we could actually do it.
Right.
Because, we have the technology, we just need the mindset, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I just want to find my place in it somehow. But at the same time, I had to think about my life and, finances and all that good shit. So,
Right.
But at the same time, though, I am still going to be a film buff, still going to
Yeah.
be doing this.
Of course.
Of course, right? What about you?
Yeah, as I say, I'm what I call the slingshot. So I have been pulling on this slingshot for a hot minute now.
Right.
And
So
it's
you
time,
need to let go. Pew!
it's time to let go. And
Yeah.
I have multiple shrapnel coming towards people.
Put them out, put
Hopefully,
them
yeah.
out.
Hopefully.
But I would say though, just between you and me, just have a solid plan. Like
Yeah, so I just had a bunch of ideas, just putting out, and it's coming. The first volley is coming soon, within a few months.
Don't take too long.
Within a few months, you'll see the first volley that's coming out. I just putting out stuff that I think are reasonably original ideas and concepts. And the first is a book.
Right.
You'll see that. The second is going to be a manga, which
Nice,
will hopefully be animated as well. And I've that being hooked up. And I want to put a full series, just hitting it one per week.
Great.
Because my thing is that the flow of content is the issue, not so much the content itself. So you'll see basically the idea is to have it again. I've been making this for a hot minute, and if all things go well, you'll be getting roughly 100 chapters, and that could come out every week. And I'll be putting out a content. So it's done, and the story done, and the story is just me thinking it out as a nerd.
Right.
It's just to get actual production value. That's the main thing. That's the main obstacle.
Yeah.
Kind of just want to
that's
put
always
it.
going to be obstacle,
Right.
right?
So that's it.
But I mean, if we could just do a podcast with just two Blue Yeti microphones,
Yeah.
and a laptop, then hey,
Okay.
sky's kind of like the limit, right?
Right.
But anyway, so with all that being said, Ricardo, where can we find you on that?
Passat RMDDY, that is at RMedi on Twitter. And then you could type in Ricardo Medina on Facebook, you find me there. And then now, well, since the volley is going to be fired, you could also search for Zanj Aleph on Facebook. That is my new little small company that's starting, and I'm going to just be putting out content via that platform very soon.
Nice. Well, looking forward to seeing that. On Twitter, you can find me at Beat Bailey. On Instagram, just look for Bears Beats and Bailey, where hopefully I will continue doing the whole album review stuff. Once again, shout out to that feeling, for actually sending me their stuff for me to check out and review, and paying jobs and whatnot. You know what I mean? Shout out to you guys. Keep doing your thing. On Facebook, just look for my name, Matthew Bailey, along with a Legally Black blog, official fan base, where you find a link to this podcast, as well as the last 4 seasons that we've done, including retrospect reviews. So we'll just forego the whole stuff to look forward to, because next year is like literally like a few hours away. So just going in, like personally, I'm just going in a lot more optimistic here. Just seeing where my life has gone. Over the past 10 years, and then of course when my grandma's death just kind of hit home, and just kind of have me thinking more now about the legacy what I leave behind. Just what do I do presently here that I could always leave back. So here's hoping that whoever has been checking out my podcast, or who probably listens for the first time, I hope that you guys like what it is we're doing. Feel free to comment and let us know what you thought, and actually just be inspired to just be you. To just do what it is you love, and not let society tell you otherwise. So that's why I'm here doing what it is I'm doing. I'm just truly told and say, oh, I can't be a director, so I can't do anything. Look at what I'm doing here right now, and at least I got somebody who is willing to help me out. So thank you so much, Ricardo, for just sticking true with it. You know what I mean? And then, of course, us just meeting other people who just as passionate as we are. So shout out to Julia Deves and Wayne Ruck and Somali Polanyi, and of course Claude Lilford. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see your films and whatnot. Hope that you do shine as a director of your own, right? As a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much about it. So once again, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whenever this is, this was Matthew Bailey and
Ricardo Medina.
And we're signing off from another episode, another year, another season, and another decade.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just in general. So here's hoping. Here's hoping that we do get a great year in 2020, a great decade, and just one that's more
teamwork.
promising, right?
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yes, teamwork certainly does make the dream work. So until next time, take care. Have a great holiday. Have a great 2020, guys. Peace.